today we are discussing copywriting, and you may be knowing what is copywriting. Copywriting is nothing but writing catchy statements and catchy lines, headlines to attract the people to buy your products and services and making them to go through the content. That's all about copywriting. The first thing is here, the usage of AI. So make sure now as we go about the slides, I request you and urge you to take notes because this is going to be in detail and everything doesn't appear on the screen because only key points will be there. And as I explained to you, every aspect of those key points, please note down the required points. The first is use of AI to write faster and better. That's why it is said mm, the prompt engineering is important here. Recently and currently, we can see the rapid and widespread of heavy usage of AI to write any content. Why it is advisable to use AI to write faster and better? Because AI writes better than human beings. No, it is not a topic to argue. We have seen it, how it writes sophistically and how it writes elegantly and better than humans. So it is not advisable for students to use AI and write the assignments and submit in the classroom. But when it comes to job, when it comes to profession, AI is the must-use tool for every digital marketer, every person who writes content. AI is a must-use tool. And we should be really good at using AI to write better so that we can attract the clients and customers. The next point I'm going to cover that is AIDA. So A stands for attention, I stands for interest, D stands for desire, and A stands for action. These four key points are going to influence and going to make your business look a very strong one. And you need to make sure that these four key points are involved in your advertisement or involved in your copywriting. The first thing is attention. How do you grab attention of the people? You grab the attention of the people through headlines. So write very catchy and very interesting headlines. That's how you can bring the attention of the customer or client. So title is very much important. You must have seen I keep changing the headlines of the YouTube thumbnails. If they are not doing well, I make sure that I should change the thumbnails heading or maybe the YouTube content heading because when we change, we may be able to attract the people and using hashtags also is really important. Second point is interest here. And yeah, as we go further, we should make sure that we keep our clients and customers interested in the content and making them read the entire content. That's important. How to hold them. That's really required. Engaging the audience. Next is desire and making the clients and the customers have more desire for your content. That's the task. So these are just maybe words, but they are actually action. They come through a lot of practice. It's not so easy. They may be just words, but when you put into action, it won't work with the first trial, second trial. It goes on, and people get frustrated because they may not be getting the desired results. Okay, so as we go ahead, we have one more that is action. Make sure that you give a call for action. Tell people to take action. That's how the stages of copywriting works. First, grab the attention of the people, keep them interested in your content, and create the desires that they come back to your content very often. Keep them hooked. Last is every content when you deliver, make sure that you're giving something for them to do. That is call for action, making them to do something, urging them to take action. That's how you can hold on, get back to your customers or clients again. Now we have the Magnetic headlines, how your headlines should be magnetic and hold the customers. The first thing is start headlines with numbers. In the previous video, I discussed with you guys the same point. The headlines should start with the numbers. When you're specific with the numbers, people know, okay, these are the points I should consider. Then people will think, okay, there are top websites you must consider for your course. Then people will think that, okay, 15 top 15 headlines, websites are there, we should go through them. This number gives the specificity, and it also makes the people think, okay, there are 15 key points, let me go through that. Brain will be structurally working with that. Second is use how to headlines. How to reach this place, how to buy this, or how to use this. These kind of headlines are usually searched online. Even search engine optimization leads to your product and service because people go for how to. So even if you write on the paper how to do this, that's how people will be searching. That's what people want to know because it is very direct. You are actually reading the minds of the people when you use the word how to. Next is flag common mistakes. That means show the people their mistakes. Example, 16 copyright mistakes you are probably making. So when you say that, or 16 common mistakes, 5 common mistakes, then people will say, okay, these are the mistakes I'm making. People will go through those mistakes. Which are those mistakes? And you can also ask them, like, are you making these 5 mistakes, 5 common mistakes when you're doing this? So people are again, prone to go and see that what is that? What are those 5 mistakes? Like this, flagging common mistakes will actually help the people to look into the content. The next one is ask questions. Ask the people questions. Do you want to build a cloud kitchen? This is one of the questions. So people may be trying to build a cloud kitchen. So you are dealing with the same field. Then you can ask a question. Are you trying to build a cloud kitchen? Think you know the restaurant business well? Then take up the quiz and prove your genius. Okay. So like this, when you actually give questions to people, people will get engaged with your content. Number 5, we have pronunciation. Pronunciation skills are highly useful. So here, pronunciation, you may use interrogative marks and exclamation mark or inverted comma, or also you can use colons. When you use colons, make sure that left side you're using the key point and right side you're explaining that. Got it? Left
Got
side you're using the keyword, for example, AI, artificial intelligence, then use the colon, then you write the next statement, what is that, what it is going to do. So that makes the uh, concept very clear. People will understand what it is all about. The sixth point is be ultra specific. Today, Bala, you may know that we witnessed that situation. Like, the guy was not specific when he addressed us. So,
Yeah.
if that guy was very specific, then I would have really answered him. But he was trying to go around the bush and come to the point. So sometimes people
Mhm.
don't like going around the bush. They want really specific target. So being specific in business also helps the people to reach. Must have seen many YouTube videos, they don't tell the specific content, but they go around the bush.
Mhm.
That's why people don't go
Mhm.
to YouTube for learning purpose.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. For
Okay.
example, you can use a sentence like how to compose a song.
Mm.
Okay. And you can say 101 rules or 101 ways. So just you can mention that way. Next is use 5 W's. Which are these W's? Who, you can write them. Who, what, when, where, and why. Who, what, when, where, and why. When you are writing headlines, you can use these words. You can use in the
Okay.
middle of the sentence or in the beginning of the sentence. It is left to you. You need to make sure
Mm.
that you need to grab the attention of the clients and customers. Even if you use at the end, it is left to you because it is a creative genius, creative art, and they know that you're using it purposefully. And you can
Hmm.
also, that is the creativity of the writer. Clear?
Okay.
Going further, we have headline length. Make sure that your headline length is as short as possible, because when people are searching something on Google, Google search shows only 50 to 60 characters. So if your content is not appearing within that, the catchy lines or catchy words are not appearing within those 50 to 60 characters, then people will not even go to your content. So within those content, make sure you have used a very catchy and attention grabbing words. That should be made sure. The ninth one here is use image with the heading. Yeah, that's always complimentary and always the best. Image conveys the best. Here you can see here, I've used the image along with the points. So using the image actually gives better understanding of the content. Visual memory helps the people to look at it and understand the concepts very clearly and faster. So using the right image with the heading makes it more compatible and beautiful for the advertisement purpose. Next, we have model the best in the industry. When you're learning copywriting in your particular field, for example, in a restaurant business or in the magazine business or in any other business, make sure that in your industry, who is the guy who is really an expert and how he writes the headlines, how he writes the copywriting. So, what are the techniques he follows? What are the catchy words he uses? These tricks you can
Hmm.
start following them, understand their tactics, and you can also start using those kind of plans and features in your headlines. This is how you study those people. The last is practice. Yeah, headlines will not be really that best when you start writing them, but as you practice, you'll become pro in that. You'll become definitely good in that, because you know that we have been teaching, and we may not have been the best when we started, but now we are good. And when we were designing posters, our initial days posters were horrible. Even we would not like them. But now we are designing very good posters. That's how practice makes us better. So practicing is the art, and as we keep practicing, our skills become better and the copywriting skills do improve. That is the only way to get it better. Next, we have flip features to benefits. Usually, you must have seen in the advertisements, people say, this comes with these kind of features, this is good, this is this way, this way. So, this is where you're explaining the features. But people will not be so much engaged with the features. People want to know what are the benefits they have with those features. So, don't tell people what are the features your product has. Tell the people what are the benefits the people can have with your product. Okay, so telling the people what are the benefit they can have with your product, then people are going to think and consider how this product is going to make their life better and that business can improve and it is really must use product or tool in their business, then people will definitely consider that. So in that way, you can consider, convince people to purchase or to get engaged with your content or purchase your product. There was an ad when iPod came. Actually, they had 1 GB of space. That is a feature. So instead of telling that it has got 1 GB of space, they started telling that now iPod comes with 1,000 songs. Now you have 1,000 songs in your pocket. You got it? So they started selling the benefit of that iPod. When you have that iPod, then definitely you will have 1,000 songs with you. So having 1 GB, person will that is not actually concerned to the person's need. But when you say 1,000 songs, that's actually what person wants, the direct need. So don't sell the features, but sell the benefits. That's how flipping from features to benefits works. And also make sure when you're thinking of the benefits, ask a question. So what? Having these features, so what? What do we get? What is the benefit we are going to get? Then you'll be able to describe the benefit to the customers having your products. Clear? Going further, we have call to action. So call to action is the biggest thing in any marketing, that what do you want the customers, clients, or the people those who engage the content, what do you want them to do? That's the action. You must make sure that you're giving them something to do. Otherwise, they won't come back. First thing is give a task. How to give a task? Tell them to share with somebody. Maybe in the YouTube, people may say comment, like, share with somebody. Or they may also ask the people to comment in the section. You got it. Go to the comments and check the bio or comment in the section, they say. And they also say, uh, let me know what you think about it. Let me know in the comments. So they're asking them to take action. And also you may say that sign up for this, you will get discount. Sign up for this is going to happen. So you're going to convince people to take action. Next is create a sense of urgency. And also when you're calling for action, you should also make sure that action is of some certain amount of urgency. If there is no urgency in the action or maybe call for action, people won't take it. Make sure that you are urging them and pushing them to take action. You can say that click now, try now, try today, limited offer, only 3 days left, uh, limited offer valid till so and so date. So when you give this kind of deadlines, when you try to give this kind of urgency in your statements, people may take action. Next comes start with a verb. That's how the call for action words work. Like, for example, start today or start tomorrow or try this, try our products or download this song or download this content. So that's how you're urging them to take action. The next point says it like make it visible. Oh, there, whenever you're making the people to, you know, take an action, make sure in that particular page, wherever you're giving a call for action, that is visible properly. That is visible properly. And also in that page, the call for action word has got different color, and it should have the different contrast with the rest of the page. And you can also put complete details about the information, like a complete link of the uh, you know hyperlink that they should click, or some other information you want to provide there. Provide the complete information, and also make it look little bold and make it look in a different color so that it stands out from the page. You understood? That's how we should make sure that it is visible in the page. The next point is minimize the risk. Always try to minimize the risk because people want low risks. You have to make them say yes through these kind of efforts. You can give them money back guarantee, and you can tell them if it doesn't work, please take your money back. That is the marketing strategy, that those things can be used. And when they're signing up, you can also say no credit card required. For example, you know that when you want to take trial for 14 days or 30 days, most of the online products ask credit card details. So if you don't ask credit card details, you can directly ask them to use the product for 30 days or 14 days. That is somehow you're making them like risk free. They don't want to give their credit card details, so they can use it without giving that details. So that is minimizing the risk. And also you can make the people to book some seats or tickets, and also give them chances to cancel that without cancellation fees. So when you say there is no cancellation fees, then people go for that. That's how you can minimize the risk for the people. The last point here is write like your customers talk. Make sure how your customers talk, how they converse, so that you can write the same way. So memers know that. That's why memes become famous, because they know the minds of the customers. And other day I was telling you guys that Swiggy and Zomato, they are really good in writing the statements and making the people get engaged with the content. Very funny statements they write. So write the way your customers talk that makes your customers to engage with your content. That's how they will stay with your content, and they may in future buy also your products. For that, if you want to know how your customers feel or your customers talk, you can go for pain points. What are the pain points? What are the problems they are facing? What are the problems they are discussing? You can think about that, then you'll get the content for that. You can also do the customer survey. Then you can also go to social media. There are people expressing on social media. You can grab the points from there. And you can go to review sites. You can go to even customer interviews. All these aspects will help you to understand how your customers are thinking. That is the session for today. Any confusion or questions, please put forward.